Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I know y'all saw yesterday's video, same day, gotta edit it, post it up for you guys. Now we're starting the next part of this video. So we got the dash bar here up on jack stands. Obviously this thing is disgusting. Yes, it's gonna be covered by the dash, but still, it's out. Why not make it look better and make it lighter? So there's a lot of extra tabs like this all here, this, these, this, just all these extra pieces. This we got to keep because that's where the steering column bolts up to. So this whole section here we got to keep. This we can get rid of, and this we can cut a section across, but we need these mounting points here because that's where obviously it bolts up. So yeah, we'll get rid of this. We'll probably cut this in half. I don't know yet, we'll see, because I know that is pretty much what's bracing all this together. But I want to get this as light as possible. Save weight savings. I mean, we're building a race car. The CG chassis is already a heavy chassis, and we got to get that weight down. So this would be a good way to help save some weight in that car, other than everything else we've already done. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and mark what I want to cut off, and check certain things that I can like cut little pieces off, you know, and go from there. So that's what we're gonna do. But the majority of this center part right here is staying on because we can't really do anything with this, because this here is where it bolts to the steering column, and then these bolt holes here and down there is what bolts it to the chassis. So maybe we can get rid of that bottom one, because if we have the corner ones, that's good enough for me. So we're not gonna be yanking and pulling and hanging on this thing and nothing like that, so it should be fine. But this gets cutting. Good morning, everybody. So it is the next day from the last clip. I just ended up spending the rest of the day with the family, hanging out, watching some movies and YouTube and stuff. A lot of FaZe Rug and Mr. Beast. But yeah, so got my coffee. Shout out to AutoZone, always providing the parts we need here, you know. So yeah, got my Sharpie in my ear here. Take a sip of my coffee. It's early for me. Lately I've been getting up at like 5:36, trying to get these videos early for y'all and still have time to chill with the family. But good morning, and if you're having your morning coffee, cheers. Oh, that's hot. Ooh. Hazelnut, love it. Yeah, so we got the dash bar here. Like I mentioned, we're gonna cut some stuff off of it and clean it up, paint it so it all looks good before we put it back in the car and jump into the harness part. Because for the harness, I want to lay it out how I want it, and then find out what plug I can and can't cut, because you don't want to cut what you need, and then the car don't run. You're chasing why it ran before, why I don't now, you know, all that kind of stuff. So you want to label what you're going to be cutting. So yeah, we'll wrap those in tape, label them, but we'll get into that in a different video. But now we got to focus on this dash bar. But pretty much like I was mentioning, I want to cut probably along like right here or something, because I got to keep this tab here because that's where a bolt hole is, and then there's another one right there. So we're going to cut this tab off back here and here. Probably hack this right around this area here. Eliminate all this right there. Then these little tabs, this is all for like where the airbag used to bolt to, so we don't need that. Little tabs like this is where the harness will be clicked onto. This here is for like the radio stuff that we don't need. This whole bar here we don't need, so we can hack all this off here and all that. We'll probably cut that there, eliminate this section, cut this, that main bar, all these little things. Like I said, we got to keep this we can hack, and then you get these 4 bolts and holes here, so I'll probably just go ahead and cut it here or something. Or maybe just keep like 2 mounting bolts, you know, but we got to keep this structure here, so we might just have to just cut it straight across. But for the most part, a lot of it's going to be coming off. And then when it's all said and done, we'll get the flap disc, smoothing all the, where you can see like the little welds at, all that, get it nice and smooth, sand this puppy down, throw it in some paint, and it should be good to go. So I ordered on Amazon yesterday a tripod adapter to go to my phone, since I've been recording with my phone. And so I have the adapter now where I can connect it to my phone and to my tripod, so I can set you guys up on a tripod. I don't have to have my girl hold the phone for me, any of that stuff, and have to have her help me. I can just, when I'm ready, just get to work, and we can bust out content a lot faster than that, than if we had to wait for her to help me, or while the kids are taking a nap or something like that, you know. But hopefully that'll be here shortly. It says it should be here by 10. It is right now, I think, like 7 something in the morning. It's 7:35, so she'll be here shortly. That'd be cool. But let's go around and mark everything we need and go from there. So, big stuff like this, I'm just gonna put like an X on, obviously, so we know we don't need these tabs anymore. Just put X there. Right here, I want to kind of just like cut along this section right there, and then we can like make it nice and smooth. We can cut that off. That will eliminate this section here. All that's gonna go. This, we can just do a nice light right across right there. Same goes for this. And then I'm gonna cut across right here. That will give us access to this here. And then we can get rid of this whole bar as well. Obviously this we can cut across there. This whole thing will be leaving. And then for this one, we'll probably go ahead and just make a nice cut like that. So, yeah. So that will eliminate this. And then we can cut this baby. And obviously this we can get rid of as well. So we'll cut across right there. And then down in here. And then all this here. We can, flap this to clean. And then we'll clean up the edges and everything. But yeah, all that's gonna go. Like I said, this is gonna go. This here we gotta keep, just because that's what holds the steering column. So 2 bolts here, these 2 bolts here. So all 4 of those bolts will hold the steering column. And then these 4 holes right there's 2. And on the other side you have 2. That's what bolts this actually up to the chassis of the car. I would like to see, as we clean it up, if I can eliminate anything else in that area, just for the simple fact that weight savings, and we go from there. Alright, so the only thing that's left is to cut off is this here. I left it on because how I had it sitting this way, it was kind of holding it stable for me. But yeah, we got that cut here, all these little tabs and everything else cut off. So what I'm gonna do now is go along with the flap disc and smoothing all the edges. All these little pieces like this, we'll go ahead and get those smooth as well. Clean this up, clean these up, just everything, round edges here, all that, So let's get this cut off and then get to flapping. Alright, so battery died, so I got that charging up, but I got all this here cleaned up, as you can see, both sides, kind of rounded this area here, got this one done, and then I was working on this one here, and that's when the battery died. So I got this one to finish, there's one right here, and I got to clean this up right here, and then I got that right there. So, and this one here, I didn't do that. I started doing it, but I was gonna just take the grinder and cut more of that off, so I have less to use with the flap disc, since this disc isn't that great. And I was gonna do the same with this one. So yeah, it was literally just that one and this one away. Yo, let me know how you guys liking it now that I got that clip for my phone that I told you ordered, so I can use it. Sheesh. You can kind of see in the reflection here, but yeah, I got a little clip holder and everything, you know. Pretty dope. So now I can set my phone up on the tripod and do some time-lapse stuff for you guys instead of just saying, all right, we're going to take this off and then cut it to something else, you know. I know you all want to see that kind of stuff, and I enjoy showing you guys me doing the work and everything as well, you know. So it's not just saying one thing and doing it, it's showing it too, because some people are visual learners as well, you know. So I know I am. I'm a hands-on and visual. Like, you can explain something to me and I'm lost. But if you show me how to do something, I always know how to do it, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna let that battery charge up for a little bit, get something to drink, and then we'll get back to it. Alright, so I went ahead and got it all finished up off camera. So that's all cut off. Everything's grinded down where it needs to be all around. What I'm gonna go ahead and do now is just scuff it all up, and then we can lay some paint down on this thing and it'll be all good. Go ahead and scuff it up. Alright, as you guys can see, we got a nice thick heavy coat of primer on this. I'm gonna give it a 20-30 minutes or so to dry, then we'll rotate it and do what I couldn't get to. I try to get the best I can underneath everything, but I still want to flip it to make sure we get everything good, and then we can go ahead and lay some paint down on it as well. Alright. So everywhere that I can reach has a coat on it. Guys, just little things like this make such a big difference on a build. We could have left it the way it was, just cut things off, but why not spend a little extra time? Now look, you put it back in the car. This is the type of build stuff that I like doing. And what I used to do on this car, where it's just slap things together, that was just because I was trying to rush through it just to grow my channel, and not really just grow my channel, just to push more content and stuff like that and get my car done. And this is what I'm dealing with now, you know. So that's why I took it more apart to get things done properly and the right way the first time. We might not even finish getting the car like on the dyno or anything with that engine. So we have everything to put a built engine together. So I might even just do the built block, slap it on the head and get in the car and send it with the built engine and turn that baby up. We're getting things done this time properly the right way, so we don't have no setbacks. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and let all this here dry for a good 20-30 minutes or so. It's kind of cold out right now, so once this dries, we can flip it and catch what we couldn't catch where it's sitting now.